Hey, my name's Kai. I go to the University of Southern California, and I play women's basketball. When it comes to my training, some of the most important things that I focus on, I would say, is always pushing myself, upping the standard with everything I do when it comes to eating, taking care of my body, like getting the right amount of sleep every day, I would say. When it comes to weight training and conditioning, something that we kind of prioritize as a team is just, like I said, continuing to raise the bar and the standard. So whatever you lifted the last week, like we're going to go up each week. Like your times need to get faster every week. You're just competing against yourself every day. In the preseason, you're working more so on like building your speed, building your strength more for the regular season. And then once you get into the regular season, it's more so maintaining and cleaning up what you've already built. Some challenges that I have faced to getting to the point to where I am now, I would say, is going through being doubted. A big thing for me is just trusting myself and trusting the work that I've put in. So whether it's getting in extra shots in the gym, getting in extra lifts, like extra conditioning sessions, anything that I can do to make myself confident on the court, I've done. Obviously, I would say the most important thing when it comes to meals is trying to get in 3 meals a day, even on game days when your schedule gets a little busy. For me personally, I'm trying to put on a little bit more weight. So like getting in extra protein, extra carbs, like drinking shakes after practices, that type of thing. So my recruitment process was a little bit different. I had the potential to be able to skip a grade at an early age, and I did. So I'm a year ahead of where I should be. Technically, I should be going into my sophomore year this year. So I'm young for a junior. And so getting used to getting recruited and talking with coaches out of high school was a unique experience for me. I feel like on the court, something that I've continued to bring is just energy, effort, defense. Like being a good teammate is something that's always going to carry over. I feel like no matter what level you're trying to reach, being a good person is important. So responding to text messages, like having energy on your calls with coaches, that type of thing is very important, and continuing those connections going into college. Some advice that I would give to you guys, I would say to have a plan going into it. So for me personally, I make vision boards. I kind of map out what it is, where I want to go, what platform you want to reach, that type of thing. So when you're making these connections with these people, it's easier to narrow down the schools that you want to go to. So initially, I chose Auburn just growing up in Florida and being from the South. Like I grew up watching a lot of SEC games. It was close to home. It was a bigger school, so I was excited when I got that offer, and it was easy for me to make that decision. Stepping into my first college games in the SEC, I feel like the biggest difference for me was definitely the physicality and the speed of the game. I feel like getting in the additional sessions in the weight room, like with my coaches, with my trainers, getting in extra individuals with my coaches was something that was really big for me that played out in games. My transfer process was a lot smoother than coming out of high school. This time around, I was able to ask the right questions, and talking with my coaches, just get a better feel for the team atmosphere and the chemistry that was going to be there. Also, paying attention to the way that you're going to be played, the way that you're going to be used coming out of high school is going to be important. I feel like in asking the right questions, a lot of times coming out of high school, when you start hearing people talk about the money piece and the NIL, it can change your perspective on a school, and it can kind of blur the lines on some things. So I feel like keeping the main thing, like how you're going to be used, if you're going to be happy there, the way that you interact with the players on your visit is very important. Like have some questions written down when you talk to players. Also, a thing to keep in mind when you're going on visits and stuff like that is just to be aware when you're on a visit, like it's a visit. People are going to put on like their best faces. You're going to get the best versions of everybody. So making sure you ask the tough questions while you're there on your visit is very important. For me, USC checked off all the boxes that I had coming out of the position that I was in the last 2 years. I feel like they challenged me in every way, mentally, physically, emotionally even. I feel like I'm growing on and off the court. I have a great support staff around me. I have people that believe in me and they want to see me go to the next level, which is what I want to do. So honestly, within the first conversation, I was pretty excited with it being USC, just with the name and who they were. And talking with them and watching some film and some games on the way that they wanted to use me and how I could be played here, it just all clicked for me. Some goals that I have for this season, I definitely want to be able to come in and contribute, play some big minutes, make plays for my team, hopefully get some wins, make it far in the tournament, hopefully win a national championship. Personally, also being here in LA, I feel like growing my social media presence, growing my Instagram, my TikTok, like getting more engaged socially, I would say is another goal for me. Some things that I emphasize to make sure that I can maximize my minutes, I would say the biggest thing for me has been conditioning, like making sure you're in shape for long enough to be able to play the minutes that you want to play is important. Also getting in extra as much as you can, getting in extra workouts, extra individuals, getting up extra shots every day. My experience with the NCAA tournament was fun. We went through the process of being selected, like them showing it on TV and everything like that. We were excited to go and play. We also ended up playing at UConn, which is an arena that I hadn't played in, just being in the SEC. So being able to see all the banners, all the national championships that they brought to the game was very important to me. Now with NIL, there's a lot of opportunity for kids when they go to college. So I say building that presence in high school, middle school, like wherever you want to start, building that presence now is extremely important. You're only giving yourself more opportunity for when you get to college, make it that much easier. A dream NIL opportunity for me would definitely be for a thrift store. If there was something I can go in and just shop and put the clothes on, like try it out, make videos of that type of stuff. Also wanting to give back to like the homeless, going into those stores, letting them pick some things out, like helping them to make some outfits, get some things for them. For younger players who are striving to be where I am now, I would say the biggest thing for me is to surround yourself with like-minded people. Get yourself an accountability partner, somebody who's gonna push you and challenge you when the times get hard. Like there's gonna be days where you don't feel good, where you're tired. You need somebody in your corner that's also gonna push you, that knows what it is that you want and where you wanna go. Hey, my name's Kai. I go to USC and I play women's basketball.